Yo, we back. Yes. What up, fight world? Just want to talk a little bit of boxing. We're gonna talk to what up, gang? We up in it. We been up in it though. What's good? Gang gang. Ego Army, Ego Mafia. This is the mob. Money on top of boxing. Boxing the ego. Y'all ready to write? What's happening? Huh? We're gonna wait for some people to join. I'll probably, with this subject matter, I'll probably get baited into the hot seat. We'll see. I gotta know some things in the boxing world. You hit the like button, thank you, appreciate that. We're gonna get to it in a second. We gotta do the roll call. Philly in the building. Let's do the roll call. I like to know where y'all are from. City, state, zip. Let's do that roll call. Detroit in the building. Massachusetts. Madera. Bmore. Rancho Cucamonga. Chicago. Fort Worth. Houston, LA, Houston, Fayetteville, North Carolina, Mexico, Toledo, Dallas, Texas, DC, Philly, Dallas. We well represented, people. Harrisburg, Inglewood, DMV, Mobile, Alabama, Georgia, Lakewood, New Jersey, Ohio, Uptown, Bay Area, Argentina, Buenos Aires, Chirac, let's get it. So this man fights on Saturday. I did a first look, tail of the tape. Make sure you check it out to see how they match up. His new opponent, Carlos Takam. But it should be fairly interesting. Look at YouTube line. Says there's 46 people in here. We got 37 likes. I don't believe it. Check my Instagram DM. Okay. Houston. Listen, I heard Eddie Hearn, he said Wilder said he wants $7 million or something to fight Dillian White in the UK. And I guess Eddie Hearn rebutted by saying, I want an 11-inch penis. And he said it's not happening. I'm not understanding this whole Dillian White Wilder's situation. Like, no one's been able to explain it at all. And it's nothing even against Dillian White. He's a good fighter, but they're making it like like all roads lead to Dillian White. I don't believe that. I don't see like listen, if you're in champion land, right? and Dillian White had no belt, then I don't see how all roads lead to him. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Hold on 1 second. I don't get that. If you're a champion, like, that's like saying Errol Spence has to fight Luis Collazo. Luis Collazo is a good fighter, but why would he have to go through Collazo because Keith Thurman fought him to get Keith Thurman when they're both current champions? That's almost a very similar analogy if you think about it. Thurman has 2 belts in his division and Spence has 1. Wilder has 1, Joshua has 2. You could say Thurman's the cash cow, or his name is bigger than Spence, but why would Spence have to fight a guy like Luis Collazo to unify with the champion? That's the equivalent. Luis Collazo a good fighter, Dillian White's a good fighter, but they're not champions. They're good fighters that aren't champions right now. Somebody make that make sense for me. And then on top of that, Eddie Hearn's plan is the champion Wilder to go to Dillian White's backyard, which is the UK, to do it. So that would be like if Collazo, like making Errol Spence go to Puerto Rico or some shit to fight Collazo. Like, why would he have to do that? If anything, why doesn't Collazo come to Dallas? Javier Ramirez, you're in the hot seat. You said ego's tripping. Explain. In front of all the people, explain how I'm tripping. This is gonna be a breeze. This is gonna be a breeze. Javier Ramirez, you in the hot seat. Just that quick. Yeah, I told y'all not gonna just be saying whatever with me in front of the crowd and not being able to back it up. Period. Not on my channel. Save that for whatever other channel you can accept that, or that accepts that. So I'm tripping. Name one thing that I said, that an analogy, an example, a fact. Name something I said that was not factual that I'm tripping for. So if I'm tripping, Boxingego complains again. You getting blocked for having a stupid name. You're out of here. Blocked L. Why? Like, don't put my name in y'all usernames and all that. That shit's corny. Boxingego complains again, but you on my live stream. So if I'm a complainer, why do you come here? Easy L. Back to Javier. That was easy. So we back to Javier. Has anyone seen him respond? I know Walking Dead just came on, the series premiere, but that's what Javier is looking like. Walking Dead, a zombie. No one's heard of him since. He replied, what did he say? I didn't see nothing. I want to know how I'm tripping. I don't care about any other reply other than how I'm tripping. He said ego tripping, so explain it. Just type it again. He's right. You can get it next too if he's right. He never replied. See? Somebody put him on a timer. This is how we do this. We're not gonna let one person say some outlandish like slander and then hold up the whole stream. He said AJ beats Wilder ego. How does that make me tripping? That's your opinion on a fight that we don't know if it will happen. And it doesn't look like Wilder's side is the reason. Super chats, I tell y'all. It's no disrespect to the super chats, but not when people are in the hot seat. That's not the best time, because I seen one come through, but I'm not going over that because I'm not letting the person out of the hot seat. And you saying Joshua beats Wilder is a matter of opinion. Some people said Lubin would beat Charlo. Let me see that. Let me see Lubin knock Charlo out like y'all was saying. Right? Joshua might beat Wilder. Let me see it. So anyway, you said ego is tripping, and then you speculate on the winner. How does that make me tripping? I haven't even given a fight prediction. So you got one reply, because you're wasting everybody's time. Somebody put him on a 25-second timer, and then he's out of there. You're not gonna just say I'm tripping, and you haven't said it. You say I'm tripping, and then give your opinion on something else. How does that even make sense? Like, Ego, you're tripping, and then you give your opinion. Tell me what I said. Name something I said where I'm tripping, because that's, otherwise it's slander. Oh, I love when y'all do the timer. It's funny. They really counting you down. We really can go quick with the timer because he's had ample time to respond, and I never even seen one message. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, L. One of my mods off with his head. Xavier, his name was Xavier Martinez, I think. Xavier, Xavier. One of my mods handle my lightweight. I can't wait to see that so-and-so has been banned or blocked. So just scroll up and find that Xavier. Xavier Ramirez. Thank you guys. So I don't want to block the wrong person. Xavier Ramirez. Somebody handle that. I think his default is pink, which matches him. Pink. I don't care what is pronounced. It's pronounced L to me. I don't care if it's Xavier, Xavier. It's L to me. That's his name. His name is L. Because you're not going to say, Ego tripping, man. I'm tripping. But you didn't even explain what I'm tripping. Sad. Yeah, I'm waiting to see Xavier Ramirez get his casket, and then we'll go back. I don't know if I have any mods in here because no one's done it. Damn, I gotta do it myself. Hold on. He's not getting off the hook with that. I don't know if I have my mods. Man, my mods ain't even here. Hold on. Sorry, guys. See, I told y'all it's much easier to just say some random shit than it is to explain it intelligently. Ego tripping. Okay, what am I? What have I said that's tripping? You giving fight prediction. I didn't even give my fight prediction. I just said I want to see the fight. Where is this? Hold on. See, this is why I need my mod, so I don't have to necessarily go through every. But we don't let people off the hot seat. Y'all know the rules. Damn, I think he deleted himself. Oh, here he is. Now we had a hot seat from Dalton Judge, $5 shmoney dance. Says Anthony Joshua knows he ate too many rights against Klitschko, and that ballistic missile Wilder shoots would destroy him. He don't want no smoke. He's scared. That was the super chat. Wow. Listen. Y'all are not some of y'all are not understanding. I want to see good fights. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with wanting to see good fights. And again, to me, like I said, sometimes you have to put it in other perspective for people. Sometimes you have to put it in a perspective for other people. And like I said, Errol Spence versus Luis Collazo is not a bad fight. Collazo's a good guy. He can hurt you. He's in shape. He comes to bring it. But I don't think the champion with one belt, Errol Spence, has to go through Luis Collazo to prove something to get Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? Who has 2 belts. That's almost like a very similar situation if Al Heyman or somebody was doing that, saying, "Oh, I want you to come to Puerto Rico to fight Collazo, Errol Spence." Like, again, if they choose to fight and that's what they both wanted to do, cool. But I don't think he's mandated. You should be able to unify with the champion, and that's what Eddie Hearn's kind of saying. He's like putting up this this speed bump in Dillian White. He's a good fighter, but he doesn't have a belt. Why would a champion be like that? Like, okay, here's another example. And I know you guys can't beat me with this. Notice that from what I've seen, the call-outs that Wilder has really done have been champions. At one time he called out Klitschko. I know he called out Tyson Fury when he was a champion. And he's called out Joshua and Joseph Parker. Notice he's not really calling out Shannon Briggs, Lucas Brown, Carlos Takam. He's not really calling out those names because he's not really worried about them. Yeah, he might have to fight some of those guys to stay busy and stuff, but he's not really doing TMZ interviews saying like, Lucas Brown, you can get it, Shannon Briggs, because he's not really worried about that. He's not even calling out David Haye. You know what I'm saying? The closest would be Tony Bellew, and I feel like that fight would never happen. Bellew, I don't think would. He's just not. I don't think he's big enough. So this Dillian White thing seems like a diversion to me. That's what it really feels like. It's a diversion, and like I said, Wilder's not calling out really anybody who's not a champion and or a big name like Tyson Fury or something. And he was a champion who's still undefeated and has never been knocked out and has never really even lost his belts the proper way, meaning somebody else beat his ass. You don't think he should take the money? Listen, how many times do I have to tell you guys? Boxingego makes some genius comparisons. Thank you. This is my stance on it. It's not about if he should take the money or not. It's up to him. If he wants to fight Dillian White in Dillian White's backyard of the UK for $3 million, which is not a horrible paycheck or anything like that, that's cool. But to make it like he's ducking Dillian White, that doesn't make sense to me. If you were gonna fight Luis Ortiz for probably less than $3 million, you know what I mean? I don't know purses because the fight never happened, but why would you be ducking Dillian White? You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like it's a diversion. It's a smokescreen. Wilder's gunning for the champions, Joseph Parker and AJ. And on top of that, I don't blame Wilder. Wilder's going for the big name champion. Just like when Canelo was at 54, who didn't want to fucking fight Canelo? He's the biggest name. Charlos was on his head, pause. Erislandy Lara wanted that work, pause. You know what I mean? I'm sure guys like Vanes Martirosyan, if they got the call, would definitely fight Canelo. AJ's the cash cow. He's the champion with the most belts. So you have a bullseye on your back, especially when you have that celebrity. Because Wilder's looking at it like, yo, I think I could beat this cat, right? I think I could beat this cat. And he has all this fame and accolades and people are giving him praise. That's the perfect fight for me. Why would you, as a champion, why wouldn't you want to do that? Fight an A-side cash cow that you feel you can beat, that's getting a lot of praise. Then that enhances you because you that guy that everybody was afraid of, or the guy that was the powerhouse, I beat him. Shouldn't you want to do that? Like, it's crazy to me. Dillian White, no matter how game he is or whatever, if Dillian White or Wilder beats Dillian White, he is not going to get the same level of credit as he would beating Anthony Joshua, a guy who beat Dillian White in the pros. Somebody please argue that point with me. Tell me how fighting Dillian White, the public, the media, would give Wilder more credit for beating Dillian White, who lost to AJ, than if Wilder were to beat AJ. Somebody please explain that to me. And I'm all ears. You know what I'm saying? I got big ears anyway. So I'm all ears. Explain that to me. Explain how he'll get more credit. They wouldn't, exactly. He wouldn't get more credit. Period. He's not gonna. How can you make that make sense? All right, we got another hot seat victim. Y'all keep talking slick and keep getting charbroiled. So the next victim is Locks 100. It says, clearly don't understand, do you, ego? Okay, I clearly don't understand from your view, so you help me and everybody else understand while you're in the hot seat. So you have 3 responses. I don't understand according to you, so you explain it to us. Explain what I don't understand. We're all listening. Shout out to Brayon. He said, I'm listening. We're all listening. So what don't I understand, sir? Once again, it takes forever for you guys to, once you get called out in the hot seat, it takes forever to hear a response. Put them in a coffin. Look, the crowd is like, I'm all ears, we listening, talk about it. Okay, Locks said nothing about credit. So you're admitting he's not going to get credit, more credit for beating Dillian White. It's all about raising his profile in the UK to set up a major fight with AJ, and I call bullshit. Wilder already fought Audley Harrison, an Olympic gold medalist, and I believe he fought him in the UK, right? And he knocked him out in the first round, and he was swinging crazy. He's a name in America. He's, you know what I mean, people know who he is. He's on PBC. He's headlining. America is bigger than the UK, right? And in addition, the UK knows about, okay, listen, I was on Cannon Briggs. This was before he got popped or whatever. I was on Cannon Briggs, right? I was on his social media. He went to the UK and he was stalking David Haye, and they loved him. Cannon Briggs is like 40-something years old, and they loved him. They loved Cannon Briggs. So you mean to tell me a guy who is an American champion, not a former American champion like Cannon Briggs, right? The UK doesn't know who Wilder is? Really? That's like the softest point you can even make. Because Wilder, why did Sky Sports, a UK-based broadcast, why did they invite Deontay Wilder to Joshua Klitschko? I'm sure seats cost a lot of money for that, especially ringside seats. Why does Sky Sports, a UK company, why did they bring him in as a guest speaker and have him ringside for that fight, right? Plus, Deontay Wilder had that run-in with Tony Bellew, a UK fighter. So it's not about raising his profile. You're full of shit, and you're just making shit up. Everybody knows who Wilder is, period. You making up some shit. It's not about credit. It's about raising his stock in the UK. If they know who Cannon Briggs is, and they're yelling, "Let's go, champ," why wouldn't they know about the current active American champion? Full of shit, man. I don't understand if it was like a up and coming heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? That nobody knew yet. But he's a champion. And he just did the Sky Sports, and the crowd was taking pictures with him and shit. I seen it. It's all over the internet. You know what I'm saying? He been to the UK a couple of times. Why were fans taking pictures? There's even, listen, see, now you know you done fucked up. You know you done fucked up, right? You done fucked up. See, you can't do this to me. There's a video on YouTube right now, and it's like a prankster, and he started shit with Deontay Wilder, and he was trying to act like he wanted to fight Deontay Wilder to make him lose his cool. And the prank guy is a UK channel, and it got hella clicks. So once again, the UK knows who the fuck Deontay Wilder is, and you're making excuses, talking about it's not about credit, it's about raising his profile. Get out of here. He had that Charlie Z situation on TMZ. He's been on TMZ outside of that. And see, what about this? What about when he fought, I think, Spilka, and he knocked him out, and then Tyson Fury hopped his ass in the ring, and they're like yelling at each other face to face, eye to eye. Tyson Fury being a traveler gypsy from the fucking UK. So once again, those were things that made headlines, not only in America, but in the UK. you have 2 more responses. Y'all gonna learn today. Y'all talking about it's to raise his profile. That's full of shit. Like, even like Errol Spence. Okay, Errol Spence didn't have any big names under his resume and hadn't been main eventing. He was like still co-main eventing and stuff like that. So him fighting Kell Brook, yeah, that raised his profile in the UK because he wasn't a champion before that. Wilder is. 2 more responses from Locke. Well, I guess I'm the locksmith because we're going to pick the lock today. I'm the Loch Ness Monster because you about to drown, boy. Making excuses. Someone said it's an L already. See, we might even have to go to the votes right now. Yeah, and there was another time I think Tyson Fury fought and Wilder jumped in. No, Tyson Fury had a UK fight, I think it was, and Wilder was there and he got in the ring. So you mean to tell me the UK fans forgot about all that shit? Simon Says, you up next. And I'm going to show you what Simon says because you're going to listen to me. So we got 1 hot seat victim, but I seen what you said and you going to get it next. I promise you. I promise you. I put that on anything. You getting it next, Simon Says. Simon Says bleed. So wait till I get done with this hot seat. And I got a memory like an elephant. I ain't finna forget. So anyway, more excuses on why, oh, it's not about credit by beating Dillian White. It's to build his UK presence. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Again, America, I used to live in England. America is bigger than England. You know what I'm saying? That's like people in the UK, they know who Donald Trump is. They know who Donald Trump is. Okay, he said, was I wrong? You got one more response. What does was I wrong have to do with anything? One more response. And see, and listen, this how I know you're full of shit too. This how I know you're full of shit. AJ is the biggest thing in the UK right now. So how the fuck won't that build Wilder's profile? By fighting the biggest star. Wilder can fight Carl's Takam. He can fight Carl's Jr. and is doing numbers. He has that type of star power in the UK. So why would a Wilder fight? Why would that not build his profile in the UK? You know what I'm saying? You got to take someone that Dillian White, someone that lost to AJ by stoppage, and that you need that to build his profile. You see how that sounds stupid? You sound crazy. That's like everybody know who the fuck Triple G was. Everyone knew who Canelo was. Triple G doesn't have to fight Chavez Jr., a Mexican fighter, before fighting Canelo to raise his profile. He doesn't have to fight Chavez Jr. in Monterrey, Mexico, before fighting Canelo. Everyone knew who Canelo was, and everyone knew who Triple G was, and that's the fight the fans wanted. Period. Yeah, he could fight Carl's Jr. Anthony Joshua versus a double Western bacon, and it would sell in the UK. Oddly got knocked the fuck out by Hay and Wilder. He hasn't been a household name for years. AJ has brought a new generation of fans around. Okay, so let's vote. Let me know if he did a great job of explaining why the Dillian White fight must happen to build his profile. Everybody put your L's up if you think he got buried in this hot seat. And just so you know, if y'all put he won and you really believe that, be prepared to be challenged, because I don't think he won. I don't think he won at all. He did to build his profile, really, as if the UK doesn't know who Wilder is. And he was there for Joshua Klitschko, which is the biggest fight in UK history, but nobody knows who Wilder was. But let Fight Hype have a video of Tony Bellew and Wilder in their confrontation, and everybody was watching that. But the UK don't know who Wilder is. Let there be a video on Showtime of Tyson and Wilder screaming at each other, and everybody watched that. But now all of a sudden the UK has amnesia and they don't remember. Wilder has to do something to build his prominence. And come on, man. Can't handle the truth. No, you're getting L's. You can't handle the truth. One of my mods, get him up out of here. His name is Locks100. Get him up out of here. He did not do the damn thing. He's out of here. Handle my lightweight. He got the L. I counted him. And he got more than 15. You know the name of the game. Call me Young Jigsaw. I want to play a game. You said Dillian White is the end-all be-all. Bye-bye, Locks. Now, where's that other dude? I told you I'm not gonna forget. Where is it? I know. I'll see when I see his name. I'm gonna know. Damn, they said L Boogie. Oh man, this is easy. A little sparring session. You know what I mean? These are easy ones. Nobody really presented no real. Like, why can't y'all present just a point where I'm like, damn, I'm stuck dead in my tracks. You right. I never thought of that. Nobody's done. He's talking about Wilder has to fight Dillian White in the UK to raise his profile. Like the UK fans don't know who he is. You know what I'm saying? Put it this way, and I'm not even, I swear to you, I'm not being facetious. More people in the United States probably, like, basically, if AJ comes to America, I don't know how many people would know him in different spots. You know what I'm saying? I think because the UK is smaller, more people might know who Wilder, like I'm talking about boxing fans. You know what I mean? More boxing fans might know of Wilder in the UK than boxing fans of AJ in the States, because the UK is a whole different ballgame. Now, where's that dude that he was talking crazy? We got to get him up out of here. Hold on. Oh, man. See, that's why I don't like the hot seats that take so long. Damn it. I can't find it. I can't find his comment. Oh, man, he might have ducked out. If he puts another comment, it's on, because I know his name. Oh, here it is. Simon says, Ego, you defend Wilder far too much. I told you, Simon says, I was coming for you. I'm coming. Expect me like you expect Jesus. I'm coming. Simon says, you are in the hot seat right now, and you will be blocked. So you might as well just start explaining. Simon says, Ego says, so you said I defend Wilder way too much. What have I done to defend him? So when someone says a comment like that, right? When someone makes a comment like that, to me, you're making it sound like I did something wrong. I did a bad thing. I was untruthful or by any means necessary. Like, you know what I mean? Like a parent would do to a kid, maybe. You know how some parents are impartial? Their kid's bad as shit in school, and no matter what, they're going to take the kid's side. I haven't done that. I like Joshua and I like Wilder, but I call it like I see it. You know what I'm saying? So where's Simon at? And you only got 30 seconds because the show must go on. But I told you I was coming for you, Simon. Simon says, bleed. Come on, Simon. Okay, now you getting really buried. You make him far too credible. Well, okay, so name something I've said that makes Deontay Wilder far too credible. What have I said about him? See, and when you say stuff like that, you're making it sound like I'm lying about Deontay Wilder, like making up stuff about him to make him sound greater. So the burden is on you, my friend. Simon says L, but have at it. So you said I made Wilder too credible. What have I said to make him sound more credible than he is or whatever? This is, oh my gosh, this is easy. WBC is credible. Oh wow. See, I didn't even say, I haven't even said my points, and the fans are killing you. Shout out to Robert. Robert Singleton is killing you. Damn, the fans is killing you in the hot seat. Come on, Simon. Come on, Simon. So what have I said to make Wilder credible? Especially when you put it like that, you're making it sound like I made something up about Wilder. Like I just said, Wilder's invincible. I never said no stupid shit like that. So you say you give Wilder too much credit. Where's Simon at? Simon says ill. Ego was factual in his defense, as always. See, why? Listen. You guys have to understand this. Oh, he responded. I'll explain it after he gets his casket. You mentioned the other day that the WBC is the most credible belt, but on the other hand, Stiverne has fought once in the last 2 years and is a mandatory. Tell me how that works out. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad you asked. See, and unlike you, it's not going to take me a million years to respond. So, the WBC is credible. I don't know who out here is really not in agreement that the WBC is one of the most prestigious belts. Stiverne ain't fought in 19 months, which is not 2 years, but it's close. I'll give you that. But you see, Alexander Povetkin was really the mandatory. So let me break it down to you. And so, like, I like to educate so you know why you're getting your coffin. I don't like to just, oh, here's a coffin, and you're just in the coffin late. I don't like to do that, but I like to educate. So let me take this back for you. Stiverne's getting his shot, and I'm going to explain why. Povetkin was really the mandatory. He was really the mandatory, #1 mandatory for Wilder. He fucked that up because he had meldonium in his system. That was a recently banned drug in 2016 in January, and he got busted for it mid-year, May or whatever we were supposed to fight, right? Since it was recently banned, and he was sticking to his story about, oh, we just recently took it before the ban, and they couldn't conclusively prove when he ingested the meldonium, the WBC had already canceled Wilder Povetkin, which was the real mandatory. Right? They had canceled the fight, but they said, you know what? Okay, since we can't prove yay or nay, what we will do is we'll put Povetkin in an eliminator with Bermain Stiverne at the end of the year in December, I think it was. And they fight out. Winner of that fight is the mandatory because they took the high-ranking people, right? Stiverne went over to Russia. I talked to him. I have the interview on my channel. Right? Stiverne went over to Russia, did a weigh-in, and then Alexander Povetkin failed a second drug test. A second drug test, not for meldonium this time, but for a different, I think it was ostarine, a different steroid, a different performance-enhancing drug. So that fight, in turn, got canceled. Then they threw a guy that Wilder had already knocked out, Johan Duhaupas. They put him in some Nike Air Maxes. He didn't even have boxing shoes on, and they threw him in there with Povetkin. I don't even know how Povetkin was allowed to keep fighting. Bermain Stiverne went home, and the fight got canceled. Povetkin knocked out Johan Duhaupas in running shoes, and that was that. So Stiverne, the reason he is getting the mandatory shot is because he got to bypass the eliminator because Povetkin, for the second time in a year, failed a drug test with 2 different substances that were banned. So as a result, he didn't have to actually complete the eliminator to become the mandatory again. They just elevated him. Period. And that's rightfully so because he went over to Russia. He was content with the purse. He was going to take the fight and everything. And through no fault of Stiverne's, the fight gets canceled. So why, you know what I'm saying? So he can't compete in the eliminator. So why, you know what I mean? That's not fair that he doesn't get to become the #1 mandatory when it's not his fault. Digging that motherfucking shit. Hey Dre, the binoculars. Hey Suge, what I tell you when I got out of jail, nigga, I was gonna do? I was gonna start digging into these motherfuckers' chests. Hey quick, the binoculars. See, y'all can't fuck with this, man. So that's the reason why Stiverne ain't fought in 2 years and is the #1 mandatory. He's the #1 mandatory because Povetkin basically fucked up. And just new media style, Boxingego.com. We have all the details, people. We have the scoop. Alexander Povetkin fails another drug test. That was at the weigh-in for Bermain Stiverne. Look, who is that? Oh, Bermane Stavern. You see, they actually had a weigh-in. Alexander Povetkin versus Bermane Stavern, Russian Eliminator, December 16th. Put him in a casket. So basically, Stavern, by default, automatically got shifted up to the #1 mandatory because this guy failed 2 drug tests in the same year. That is why. So anyway, you're not going to take away the WBC's credibility. And if you want to, you got to try better than that. Let's vote. Simon Says L. If you think that boy Simon Says got an L, put your L's in the fucking air. Because you said all I do is defend Wilder. So you're like, I'm just aimlessly defending him. Like I'm just making up shit about him. Look at these L's pouring in. Looking bad for you. Couple more. LL Cool Simon. Oh my gosh. Simon Says Goodbye. Wow. One of my mods, Simon Says Casket. He got an L. Off with his head. I tell y'all. Alright, Sufam Dan. You said he won. How did he win? You get 1 response because I know you full of shit. So you get 1 response and you up out of here too. We not playing games because just like fights, y'all be trying to duck. So Sufam Dan, explain to me how he got the W. You got 1 response to explain it. Because I told you I'm not going to be putting W knowing he didn't win. Oh, they putting you on the timer. How did he tell the truth? You see, listen, if he told the truth, then you should just be able to put it down. What do you mean he told the truth? That's ambiguous. What did he tell the truth about? When I just showed you everything. I gave you a chronological timeline. So what did he tell the truth about? And I said you had 1 response. This is a boring channel. You're blocked. Don't ever have to worry about that again. L. Now, anyway, back to you, Sufam. Nah, these young boys ain't living today. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. I didn't hear anything factual. Exactly. You got 10 seconds, my friend. Sudan. We about to make it hot as Sudan in this motherfucker. 10. 9. 8. What did he tell the truth about? What did he say that was factual that I lied about? 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Another one bites the dust. See, y'all playing out here. I tell y'all, if you really feel someone won, I have no beef with that. But I know, you know, it's like if you're a serial killer, you know when you catch a body because you've done it before. You know, so I know when I body someone and when I didn't. So you're out of here, blocked. What else y'all want to talk about? Y'all not just going to be... I tell you, on my channel, when these live stream, y'all not just going to be putting whatever unexplained, like some X-Files shit. You know what I mean? Some supernatural shit that no one can quantify or elaborate. And then just talk about, oh, the other person won. I mean, that's cool. You really feel that, then it's all on you. It's on you. Who next? I want who next. Hey, Simon Says, didn't you get blocked? Hold on, you out of here. He came back. How did he come back? Bye, Simon Says, you been gone. The fuck? Hey, that Simon Says came back. Ghost in the machine. Listen. What boxing fans don't want to see a good fight? I already talked about White calling Wilder a disgrace to boxing. I don't agree with it. I don't think he's a disgrace. I mean, why is he a disgrace? He's doing what he can't, like, it's okay. I'm about to bury, oh my gosh. See, I'm in that mood today. I'm ready to catch a body. Listen, I'm gonna ask y'all a question. I want everybody to respond as soon as you can. Who is the A side? Deontay Wilder or Anthony Joshua? Just put Wilder or Joshua. Whoever you think is the A side. Go. Be honest. Be honest who's the A side. And we know what A side means. AJ, Josh. Majority of the people are putting AJ. I agree. He's selling 70,000 in his market, 90,000. I think he's the A side. But that being said, what more can Wilder do as the B side other than what he's been doing? Calling out this man actively. It's like Triple G versus Canelo. We knew Canelo was the A side. Triple G had been calling out Canelo. Been saying, hey, no, guys, I'm ready for a fight, not for future. He was doing all that. But what else can you do when you're the B side to a known A side other than aggressively call him out, stake your claim, let it be known, any and everything, and any and every time? Like, Wilder's he's not beating around the bush. He's talking to TMZ. He's doing interviews. I want to fight Joshua. I think Joshua and Hearn fear me. Blah, blah, blah. So what else can he... It's just like Golovkin. Golovkin had to wait until Canelo pretty much, and him and his team took the fight. Because he was like, hey, no, give him my belts. And Canelo gave him the belts. I mean, what else can you do when the A side is A-siding you? You know what I mean? You have to kind of just wait and keep hoping and like keep winning. And then hopefully the pressure from the fans creates the fight. Period. All right, Dewan Baldwin, you in the hot seat. You said Americans are bandwagon fans. Explain that. When we have the unification, everyone will be on board, I promise you. Who the fuck are you? What do you mean I promise? You can't promise anything. You're not Eddie Hearn. So anyway, so how are American fans bandwagon? Go. You got 2 responses because you wasted them on gibberish. So why are American fans bandwagons? Hot seat, hot seat. We going back to back on the hot seat. I'm on my Drake shit. We going back to back. I'm charged up, all that. It clearly sounds like a fanboy because that's what fanboys do. They just say whatever, and then when it comes to answer, then they just duck. So what? How are American fans bandwagon? And you on my channel saying it, so you making it sound like I'm the one that's bandwagon. So explain it. 20 seconds. We're not playing games today. 20 seconds. Because we are. When we're winning, everybody all in. That didn't explain shit. 15 seconds. I'm American. I don't give a fuck if you're from Poland. You're not answering the question. 10 seconds. Because we are, yeah. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye-bye. We're not playing games today. It is not that type of party today. The body count is rising. This might be one of my modes because that's the mood I'm in. I'm in the mood to catch a body, man. Block L. I tell y'all not coming to my live streams and just putting whatever, as long as new media is around, as long as I'm around, Boxingego, you're not just coming to these streams and putting whatever the fuck you want when we know, the fans know, you can't justify or explain intelligently what you're saying. See, this is the way of the future. Them old videos, you could just do that. Like, ah, ha, ha, Floyd Mayweather's a bitch, and just run off. And you could just do that, and people would have to hunt you down and have a thread of back and forth. Now we got the hot seat. And the hot seat is burning you guys alive. What the fuck? You block dude because you don't agree with him. Yeah, if that's what you think, I'm not gonna waste my time. Time is money. So if you really want, you can PayPal me and I'll answer that question. But aside from that, just think whatever you want, because real fans know what it is and real fans know what it ain't. I don't ever block people just for the sake of blocking people. I don't have to do that. But again, if you're just talking bullshit, all that old dumb shit, I told you, it's new media. Y'all gotta be with the movement. Fans want the truth. Like, look at Rigondeaux versus Lomachenko. Everybody seems to be pretty happy about that fight. I know I am. I'm like, great fight. Yet before the fight, when it was in talks, like even last year, you hear all these reasons and excuses. Rigondeaux don't deserve it. He ain't had a good win since Nonito Donaire. He can't sell out his mom's basement in Cuba. This, that, and the third. But now when the fight is actually made, everybody's excited. Everybody's happy. It's already sold the tickets out. You guys get what I'm saying? So why is there such a stark difference? When the fight was just talks, you had fans who were making excuses why Rigondeaux and Lomachenko shouldn't happen and this, that, and the third. But now that it is a reality, everyone's happy for it. Same thing with Wilder Joshua. If Wilder Joshua got signed for June 2018, everybody would be fucking happy. Real boxing fans. Who's gonna be mad at it? Who would be mad? Who's like, fuck, why you make this bullshit? Deontay Wilder, 38 wins, 37 knockouts. Joshua got 20, because by the time that Carlos tack him, he'll probably be 20-0 with 20 knockouts. And you gonna make this? No one trying to see. Who's gonna say that? Who's this MJ Gamer? He about to get it? He about to get the hot seat? No, I'm just making a hypothetical if it happened in June. I'm just saying, who's going to be mad at it if it did? But right now, there's a lot of resistance. There's a lot of people who are telling you, oh, Wilder doesn't deserve it. He needs to fight Dillian White. Oh, Wilder is a bum slayer and he's the bum killer. What is the point of saying any of this if you know damn well if they were actually agreed, the two camps agreed to fight next after their mandatories, then you'd be all on board to see it. So what is the resistance for? Why don't you just support the fight and say, hey, that's a good fight sooner than later? Period. You know what I'm saying? And the world will be a better place. But the thing is, there's a lot of fear. The fans have a lot of fear. Who is this MJ Gamer? He can get the hot seat. Let me see if I can find one of his comments. Everyone keeps saying his name. See, now they throwing you. Now we doing some real gladiator because the crowd is throwing you to the lions. I don't see his comments, so. Okay. MJ Gamer, I see one. You in the hot seat. He said all the proper boxers are over here in the UK right now. I barely know anyone good American boxers anymore. Explain that, because you sound stupid as fuck. So, okay, so y'all got all the best boxers, right? And this is not, trust me, I love the UK. So I'm not trying to roast like I hate the UK or nothing, but Errol Spence just went and dogged Kell Brook and made him take a knee like Kaepernick. Canelo knocked out Amir Khan to the point where snot came out of his nose, right? What are you talking about? Floyd Mayweather beat Conor McGregor, you know what I mean? So he's not from America. What are you talking about? You don't know who American boxers are. Nah, you know what the thing is? I don't think he's trolling. I really don't. I think he's just a prideful person from the UK, and they just want to say whatever. Oh yeah, Tank went over there, and the ref had to teach Liam Walsh how to put his dukes back up. He was like this, because his hands were down, because Tank hit him like a tank. But you don't know no American boxers, okay. No, I know. I'm just saying McGregor's from Ireland. He's from not from America. I'm just saying he said he don't know any American boxers. Where is he at? MJ Gamer. Where you at? Hey, just block him because he's clearly not participating. One of my mods, please block MJ Gamer. Listen. Why do y'all, when I name like 11 examples and y'all pick out one? Who cares? Yeah, McGregor got knocked out. Deal with it. But I named Errol Spence. You didn't say shit about that. You didn't say shit about how Gervonta Tank Davis blasted Liam Walsh. How Canelo fucked up Liam Smith. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can name several examples of UK fighters getting bodied by... You said all the best fighters are here. Canelo's from Mexico, and he dealt with Liam Smith. Right? So there's a lot of great fighters in Mexico also, and America. Cass, I told y'all them yelling them orange super chats. Schmutty damn. $10. How did Dominique Brazil raise his profile in the UK to get the Anthony Joshua fight? White is not relevant. His last fight was Malcolm Tan. Now he's fighting Robert Helenius, who was knocked out by Johann Duhaupas, who Wilder stopped. Boom. That's all factual. I know that. And people clown Wilder for fighting Johann Duhaupas, even though Povetkin later fought him, and he knocked out the guy that Dillian White's now fighting on the Joshua undercard. Funny how that works. Did one of my mods take care of MJ Gamer? Who said Pacquiao's from the UK? That's funny. Gary Russell would body Carl Frampton and Selby. I would agree with that. I think Gary Russell would beat both of them. I think Gary Russell's the man to beat since Lomachenko left. He the man to beat at featherweight, to me. Cam, his name is MJ Gamer. MJ Gamer. He got the block a long time ago. I told y'all can't just be putting whatever. That foolish pride will get you nowhere. Like I said, okay, put it this way. Bottom line is this: White right now, he's in the pursuit of a title shot. Pursuit. He is a challenger. If he fought Wilder, Joseph Parker, or Anthony Joshua, despite whatever you think his chances of beating them are, he would be stepping in as a challenger. That's a fact. He would be stepping in as a challenger. That's factual information. You know what I'm saying? So again, two champions can't unify without going through a challenger. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even like, and one of them already beat the challenger. That's crazy to me. Again, if they fight, cool. I'm not gonna shit on the fight if they can agree to it and they fight. But I don't think Wilder has to fight Dillian White to raise his profile and to make the Joshua. Listen, people are talking about Wilder Joshua now. So if they're already go to YouTube and type in Wilder Joshua and see how many big channels have made videos talking about what Wilder said about Joshua, what Joshua said about Wilder, right? So the conversation is happening now. So by you throwing in Dillian White, you're just proving my point. You're proving my point because at the end of the day, there's more videos on all the big major boxing channels on YouTube that are talking about Wilder fighting Joshua than any other combination with Dillian White. Point blank, period. There's You go to any channel. You go to any channel. Where's MJ Gamer? One of my mods said he was gonna take care of him. You're done. You don't get to talk anymore. I don't see him. If he pops his head back in, let me know. And he'll get clapped up. I don't see it. I'm not gonna waste the whole stream looking for him. If y'all see MJ Gamer, let me know, and he'll get his. Yo, we got 166 people and 133 likes. Hit the like button if you just enjoy boxing talk, live streams. Hit that like button. I'm actually sipping water. I don't do lean. I'm not one of these little kids and mumble rappers. I don't do lean and all that stupid shit. I don't need to. So hit that like button. Where is MJ Gamer? I don't see him anymore. Ego, is there any other fight you would rather see than Wilder AJ? No, not at heavyweight. What fight? Listen. Listen. What fight is bigger than Wilder Joshua? That's what I need to know. What fight is bigger than Wilder Joshua at heavyweight right now? Listen, someone said none. What fight is bigger than Wilder Joshua at heavyweight? None. That's the fight. None. So nothing else needs to be said. We just got to it. Nathan, none. We just got to the bottom of it. So since nobody could tell me a fight that right now is bigger than Wilder Joshua, then what's the deal? Why does Wilder got to fight Dillian White to raise his profile when y'all can't tell me a bigger fight that's right now? Tell me a bigger fight right now. Why would you have to raise your profile if you can't tell me of another fight that's bigger? Right? Like Gerald Big Bear, I'm going to use him because he's my dude. Shout out to BK. He's on the cusp of getting a title shot soon. You know what I mean? He has to get through a Marish Weck or whatever. But if you said the same question, name a bigger fight than Gerald Miller Wilder, which is a good fight, and that's my dude, but I would say Anthony Joshua is a bigger fight. But since you cannot tell me of a bigger fight than Joshua and Wilder, then there's nothing else that needs to be said. And someone just said Tyson Fury. That is not currently a bigger fight because Tyson Fury has done some things to damage his own rep to the point where Josh was talking about I'll fight him at 1,000 stone and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know if Tyson Fury will ever be the same. We don't know if he'll be the same fighter because he's gained a lot of weight. Mentally, he's kind of had that breakdown and maybe he could bounce back. He said he's been ostracized and it was a witch hunt. So that fight is not bigger. It's not bigger. Because Joshua Wilder is big where you could put it in Wembley or you could put it in Vegas and it would be big. If you put Fury AJ in like New York or something, Vegas is not going to be the biggest fight ever. Or the biggest heavyweight fight in a minute. No, it's not bigger. Fury is... Listen. Fury's not even a conversation right now. It's not... It doesn't... I'm not even going to go over this because y'all sound stupid. Fury, until he fights somebody, he's not even in the conversation right now. Fury ain't fought since November 2015. So, until he fights anybody... and we see what he looks like, just like Joshua said. Joshua just said this in an interview. He says, Fury, if he fights a journeyman and he struggles, then no one's going to want to see me fight him. He said that. So, Fury's not even in the conversation until he fight. You have to show us he just got his license and nobody's seen him back. And UK fans, so if you're in the UK, you tell me you would rather support Joshua, who's a big star, fighting a guy who was formerly on coke, gained a lot of weight with no belt now because he lost all that stuff during that process, than a unification. So as a boxing fan, you would tell me you would turn out more for the Fury fight instead of two monstrous punchers. Fury is not a monstrous puncher. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even think it's a bigger fight in the UK even. Because people know, it's just like Golovkin and Kell Brook. They know Golovkin was a threat because of his punching power and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it was just not a bigger fight to me. And that's, like I said, that's kind of weird that UK fans, so you're telling me you would rather see Joshua fight a guy who was on coke, gained a lot of weight, has no belt, and ain't fought since 2015, than come out for two athletically built guys with the most knockouts in the heavyweight division right now, that both have belts and that are both undefeated? Really? I don't believe that. I don't believe it. You have to show me that. But like I said, Tyson Fury's not, he removed himself from the conversation until he gets back in there with somebody, so we can at least see how he looks. What's what lets you know they shook? And see, this is the thing. AJ said something like, these guys turn pro. Like, it's boxing, bro. Like, so it's like, he's like, they turned pro a year before I started boxing. But at the end of the day, you're a champion. You know what I'm saying? And see, even if that is true, which it is, sounds like it's true, he's a champion and a gold medalist. And you have the biggest name in the division. And you just beat Klitschko. So it doesn't really matter if they turn pro before you, because you have something that everybody wants. That's the nature of boxing. See, I'm going to show y'all.
The experience I've had as a pro is the experience I should have had as an amateur. So now you're going to start seeing the more developed, the more seasoned pro, but I'm doing it as a champion under the spotlight. Let's rock and roll. I'm not here to play games. All these boys, they all turned pro 2009, a year after I started boxing. I've done what they've been trying to do in a short space of time. I just think they can't compete, man. I've got something that they ain't got. They can try, but I'm sure they'll fail. The experience I've had as a pro is the experience I should have had as an amateur.
And again, a lot of y'all making, listen, a lot of y'all making excuse. He just said they turned pro. He turned pro like a year before I first started boxing. But none of that really matters because you're a gold medalist who just beat Klitschko, and like he says, I have something they want. And the other thing is, Wilder was playing basketball or some shit, and his daughter was just diagnosed with spina bifida, so he started boxing late too. That's fact. So it don't matter when he turned pro. He got a bronze medal, you got a gold medal, but Wilder he's a late bloomer too. And he said these dudes can't compete with me. They can try, but they will fail. I think they'll fail. So if you're saying that, then I want to see it. Wilder started boxing at 20. Listen, I'm telling you, this is the brutal sport. This is the fight game, and people don't care when you started. They don't like. Okay, here's an example. Who had more experience as a pro, Shane Mosley or Canelo Alvarez? Canelo fought Shane Mosley. He was probably like 20, 21. You know what I'm saying? He turned pro in Mexico and went the routine way, like, you know what I mean, like the Julio Cesar Chavez, Orlando Salido, where he was fighting probably low-level opposition in Mexico, learning on the job, developing his skills. That's why you seen Canelo, his learning curve is different. He struggled with Alfonso Gomez. He got rocked by by Cotto's brother because he was learning at that time. But now he's kind of developed and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, Shane Mosley and all these dudes, they don't give a fuck. Golovkin got 350 amateurs, and Canelo has barely any amateurs. You know what I'm saying? But Golovkin was still trying to take his head off. So that's what I'm saying. If you're a champion, your name, you got something that the guys want. It doesn't matter when you started. What do you mean, come on, man? Choose your next words carefully, because you about to be in the hot seat talking about, come on, man. What if I said that was a lie? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You come on, man. Sergio Martinez, late bloomer. Kelly Pavlik don't give a fuck when you started. He's trying to knock your head off. But Sergio had evolved, and he was able to beat him. Y'all talking about, come on, man. Ain't no come on, man, to it. Ego was the weight difference between Manny and Oscar similar to Rigo and Loma. There's 2 weight divisions, but in the little divisions it is a little bit lighter in terms of actual pounds. Listen, Joshua just said it. I have something they want. So, let's see it. Khan versus Brook, I mean, it's all right, but lots changed. I mean, they both got knocked out in their last fight, so that took a hit. Because if they would have fought when they were supposed to fight, then it would, like, let's say Khan fought him after Algieri, that would have been perfect, because it was before Brook moved up to middleweight and fought Golovkin and got his eye bashed in, and it was before Errol Spence, and it was before Canelo knocked out Khan. So that would have been a perfect spot, but they didn't do it. Yeah. I don't know. I just don't think that, like I said, Joshua saying Wilder when he turned pro versus when he started boxing, none of that really matters because you've made it. You know what I'm saying? You're an Olympic gold medalist, and you just beat Klitschko with 2 titles. You have the most titles in the division. So none of that really matters, like when you turn pro and stuff. People are trying to fight you. Why is Amir Khan avoiding Kell Brook? Good fucking question. Listen, to me, I think that fight, there's just been so much bad blood. That's the type of fight no one wants to lose. You know what I mean? Because someone who's gonna go back to England as the loser of that fight, so it's risky for both. Man, I just want to see, you know what the funny thing is? I get called all types of shit. I got personal relationships with some of these fighters, and I never get in the way of fights. Daniel Jacobs is my dude. If he wants to fight Golovkin in a rematch, Canelo, I'm all for it. Demetrius Andrade is my dude. If he wants to fight Charlo, who just called him out, let's see it. But y'all be scared. Y'all be so scared in the comment section. AJ does sellout crowd numbers, so Wilder never gets a shot. What? Then I ask y'all a simple question, and y'all can't tell me of a bigger heavyweight fight than Wilder Joshua. But you have all the reasons in the world why it shouldn't happen. Oh, okay. Yeah, Khan's going to welterweight for sure. And he said he wouldn't fight Brook at 54. That's the attitude you should have. I agree. Why would you not want to see good fights as a fan of boxing? I mean, it just doesn't make sense. Yo, what up? Alien Society. James DeGale called out Badu. Yeah, but I think he has to go to light heavyweight if he wants that. Listen, I don't get in the way of good fights. Good fights need to happen. And it's so funny because when not a lot of people do what I do, meaning can cover fights but also state their mind and do boxing commentary at the same time. And the thing is, some people now they start switching it because I push for a fight in terms of I want to see it. Now it's like, oh, you hate AJ. Like, what? AJ cool as fuck. I like him. I think he's a good fighter. That's why I want to see the fight with Wilder. I'm picking Wilder to beat Stavern. I don't think... Wilder brought up a good point that I brought up too. That 19-month layoff, I don't understand. I don't think that's going to be beneficial for Stavern. Because you have to prepare you. Wilder's the hardest punching heavyweight. Make no mistake about it. As of right now, out of the current heavyweights, I think he has the most one-punch power. So I really feel like you have to, like, being inactive won't necessarily prepare you for what to do like that. You know what I'm saying? It would be like, I think Bermane Stavern should have fought what's his name, like a Gerald Washington or some shit. Dominic Brazil, like he was supposed to fight. Just so you test the waters a little bit, see if you have any cobwebs. Because if you get cobwebs with Wilder, you might be in the cobweb. You know how like flies get stuck on the spider web? You might be in the cobweb because he's hitting too hard. I like the Charlos playing the villain too. I'm an easy fan. I think there's enough good guys in boxing. You need some Charlo. You know what I mean? That are gonna spice it up and talk that shit. Keep running your mouth. Keep running your. You know what I mean? I like that shit. Shout out to Houston. And see, and to be honest, another reason why I like, it's not just the mere fact of trash talking. But where I'm from, this is nothing. That's nothing new. Like the Bay Area, like roasting each other and like just being competitive. That's really what's out here. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's also kind of like a form of passion, just like rap battles or something. That's why I like rap battles. You hear who has the punchiest bars and shit. You know what I'm saying? I just like the competition. Yeah, he's cold-blooded. He said, "I'm okay." Is he okay? Keep running your mouth. I like it. I think that's like like the thing is, I like variety. Boxing would be boring if everyone's Golovkin personality and Tim Bradley and guys like that. You know what I mean? and Golovkin gets busy in the ring, like, you know what I'm saying? He's a monster in the ring, but he don't really sell fights or build fights. That's why you need the Conor McGregors, even though he's not like a permanent boxer. He made the build-up interesting. I like Charlo's calling out Andrade and Canelo, Triple G. Keep running your mouth. Keep running. That's funny to me. Everybody wants to be so PC. That shit's fun to me. Tevin Farmer and Gervonta going at each other's throat. Gerald Big Baby Miller, that's my dude. Even Jacobs and Luis Cuba Arias was talking some shit at their presser. I like that. You know what I mean? Because it's a sport, but it's also a form of entertainment. So you need those moments. Just like all sports. Marshawn Lynch getting ejected, pushing referees, and Steph Curry throwing his mouthpiece at the ref. I like that shit. You know what I'm saying? It just shows you the passion. These motherfuckers is hungry. They don't just sit there and settle. He said, yeah, Louis so said, he said, you hitting that deck, boy. He said, who hit that deck? He got hella alert. But I'm about to get off here. I just want to holler at y'all. Catch a couple bodies in that hot seat. Let's do a roll call. Ego Mafia, Ego Army, the Mob, Money on Top of Boxing. Let's get it. Wilder Joshua needs to happen though. I truly believe that. Where y'all at? Where y'all from? Ukraine, North Carolina, Chicago, New York City, Texas, Lancaster, Chirac, the Mob, Money on Top of Boxing. Junior Johns with the late super chat, $10. I told y'all them orange ones. I want Jamal Charlo to fight Triple G. Same here. I actually like Triple G fighting Charlo more than the Canelo rematch. Like I said, Canelo rematch, there's money always gonna be there for that. But I don't want to see that Charlo fight. He the #1 mandatory. South Carolina in the building, London in the building, Ohio in the building. Venezuela, home of Edwin Valero and Jorge Linares. Omaha, Nebraska. Ontario, Canada. See, we out here, man. St. Louis. Boston. Bullets, Uptown, DC, Miami. Orlando, Long Beach. Boston. Be More, Chicago. Yeah, it's been real. Keep it locked in the channel. I got some more stuff I'm gonna be dropping. Let's get it. Ego Army, the Mafia, Ego Mafia, New Media. We are the Mob, Money on Top of Boxing. Don't forget it. And I caught a couple bodies in that hot seat. I feel good about that. But peace out, y'all. Thank you for the super chats and just the engagement. We gonna keep it trucking. Keep giving out coffins and that good old-fashioned boxing talk. Holla, salute.